Okay. So this episode and this training, I would say might be triggering to some people because the fact of the matter is today's topic is something that is more and more being talked about both positively and negatively. Now, let me give some context. So, today's training and today's episode is all about how LinkedIn, as a company and a business, is fighting back against engagement pods. And there's a reason to be afraid if you are participating in one. Now, what I will say first and foremost, and this is per LinkedIn, and I just wanted to kind of read this out loud to anyone that may be thinking of doing this. They may be currently participating in these. So I just want to kind of set the tone for what we're going to talk about today. Now, LinkedIn, and this is from LinkedIn, quote unquote, LinkedIn explicitly considers engagement pods, which are quote unquote groups that coordinate to boost post engagement, a violation of their policies as they create inauthentic interaction. LinkedIn aims to make these pods ineffective by themselves using automated systems to detect repetitive, fake, or coordinated engagement. Participating can lead to reduced content reach or account restrictions. So, key aspects of what LinkedIn says about pods: violates the policies. LinkedIn states that engagement pods violate their policies, which are designed to keep conversations authentic. Detection and penalties: LinkedIn uses smart tools to detect inauthentic, coordinated, or fraudulent engagement. If detected, your post may be restricted and your account could face penalties. A focus on authenticity: LinkedIn pushes for users to focus on building their brand through helpful content, starting real conversations, and connecting with people in your industry rather than gaming the algorithm. So that is what LinkedIn says. Now, I also wanted to share a message directly from LinkedIn themselves. Someone had sent me a video the other day from one of their VPs of project management. Her name is Gayanda Sachdeva, and she's been with LinkedIn for a number of years. She's big in transparency and authenticity. And a couple weeks ago, she shared an update on how we think about keeping conversations authentic on LinkedIn. Most importantly, she released this video to reinforce that engagement pods, a coordinated group of people who like, comment, and share posts to boost virality inauthentically, violates their policies on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's goal is to make engagement pods ineffective, and they are continuing to invest in smarter tools and stronger policies to make LinkedIn a safer and more trusted space for professionals. And she's going to be sharing continued updates on this front. Now, I wanted to share this with everyone. I wanted you to hear firsthand from Gayanda herself of what LinkedIn is going to be doing. So here is LinkedIn's VP, one of their VPs, actually sharing what they consider and how they are cracking down on LinkedIn engagement pods.
Hi, everybody. Today, I want to share a little bit more about the work we are doing to make sure that all the conversations on LinkedIn and in the feed are authentic. And this starts by making sure that there is no room for any inauthentic engagement. Let me give you an example. Sometimes when you might see a post and think to yourself that why is it that this post that doesn't have a ton of value or substance has so much engagement? What you might be experiencing at that moment is the result of an engagement pod. What is an engagement pod? It's basically a coordinated set of people who come together to boost each other's activity. They will like each other's content, share it, comment on it, just to artificially boost it. That is not allowed. It violates our policies and it erodes member trust. So, our goal is to make these engagement pods entirely ineffective. We are increasing the number of ways we detect these pods and the suspicious behavior that happens in these pods. We're increasingly flagging any artificially boosted content internally, and then also limiting the reach of this content. In addition to all of this, we're going to crack down on any third party tools like a browser extension or a plugin that is automating any kind of manipulation, like commenting on a bunch of posts at the same time. This stuff is also not allowed. In the next few weeks, you will hear more from me and my colleagues on all the steps we are taking to make sure LinkedIn feed and LinkedIn overall is very safe.
So there you have it. There you have it. That is from the horse's mouth. That is from LinkedIn. And there, I guarantee you, there is going to be more. There is going to be more information shared about engagement pods, about what they're doing to crack down on them. And this is important because, first and foremost, this is someone that's been with LinkedIn for almost 17 years. And the fact that they are outwardly going above and beyond to share what you can and cannot do on LinkedIn is a clear sign to me that this is something that not only they don't approve of, but they significantly frown upon. Now, I've been having a ton of conversations behind closed doors about this. I'm in a trusted community with friends of mine, and someone had mentioned that there are LinkedIn creators out there, quote unquote, LinkedIn influencers, that are actually suggesting you to participate in engagement pods because of the boosted impressions, which are the amount of times that LinkedIn shows your content. Now, listen, that may sound all fine, well, and good, but here's the thing, and this is my overarching message. If you are willing to risk putting your professionalism and your authentic nature of you as a business owner or professional, if you're willing to risk throwing all of that away to get more likes and comments and run the risk of not just getting your account restricted, not just getting your account blocked on LinkedIn, but also ruining your business reputation, and you are willing to go after all that, then you're not going to take my advice. But if you are someone that values your reputation, if you are someone who values the aspect of growing your influence and business over time, if you are someone that values being authentic in every which way possible, then you will never, ever participate in these. And the fact that LinkedIn, which is a technology company, is now launching and creating more software to detect all of this, and to think that us as LinkedIn users can outsmart LinkedIn and their technology and efforts, you're just taking crazy pills. The big overarching message is the last thing that I want to see happen is good-natured, good-hearted business professionals fall into the trap of chasing vanity metrics that they think is going to elevate their business and run the risk of ruining every component of their business credibility they can by participating in these illegal and violating LinkedIn user agreement engagement pods. I will never suggest it. I will never support it. And at the end of the day, remember, every single one of us that signed up to be on LinkedIn and clicked that little user agreement box, we agreed to abide by the LinkedIn user agreement. And if we're outwardly choosing to violate that user agreement by participating in these engagement pods, then it's on all of those people individually to risk all of their credibility on the platform that they have. And it will all be taken away in a split second. You'll never get it back, because once LinkedIn detects your activity, you're on their blacklist. And I don't want to see that happen to anyone. So my advice is just make sure that you're creating good quality content. Make sure you're connecting with the right people. Make sure that you're being authentic in every aspect of your business. Check in with your moral compass. Does it pass the smell test to participate in illegal activity on LinkedIn just for some extra likes and comments? Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it is. And it's really bad for business. So I just wanted to give you this outward information, not from me, but from the horse's mouth. What LinkedIn has said and what their VP of marketing and product development has said, who's been there for 17 years, about how they are outwardly cracking down on all of the engagement pods on the platform. Now, before I sign off today, if this has landed with you and you want to know, well, how can I increase my visibility organically? How can I increase my engagement? It starts with your LinkedIn profile. And Nancy and I have a free guide that walks you through every step of the way how to properly optimize your LinkedIn profile. So if you're watching on social, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, just type the word me in the comments and we'll send you the link where you can download our guide. If you're listening on the podcast, super duper easy. Just make sure that you go to the description of the episode and you can grab the information right from there. Click on the link, name and email. The guide is sent right to you, and we know that's going to help. So increase your visibility organically, genuinely and authentically, because that is the best way to do business. So I hope you enjoyed today's training. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.